Welcome back to NLW 100, folks. Just before we get into the action, we'd like to remind you all that the second NLW 24/7 Greatest Royal Rumble is coming this Wednesday, and you do not want to miss it. And you also don't want to miss this cage war.
The following contest will be contested inside a steel cage, where victory can be earned via pinfall, submission, or escape from the cage. Making his way to the ring, being accompanied by Bailey, weighing in at 323 pounds, the big red machine, Kane!
And Bailey, of course, the one who saved Kane from the Ministry's clutches, setting Kane free. And now Kane is systematically picking off the Ministry one by one, and tonight wants a measure of revenge against Buddy Murphy. Murphy was the one who laid out Bailey all those months ago.
And his opponent representing the Ministry, fighting out of Melbourne, Australia, weighing in at 230 pounds, Buddy Murphy.
Now Murphy must meet his maker and pay for his crimes when he steps inside of that prison with a big red machine. And last night at the Royal Rumble, Kane could have very well won the entire thing if it wasn't for The Undertaker and the rest of the Ministry. Kane took care of Murphy with a chokeslam through the table, but The Undertaker eliminated Kane, and then Viscera making sure that Kane did not interfere. However, as we know, The Undertaker was eliminated by Finn Balor, who earlier tonight took out Jeff Hardy of the Ministry. So not a good night for the Ministry so far, but Buddy Murphy has a chance to turn it around in this steel cage match. Ducks under the boot of Kane. And now a sleeper, but Kane driving Murphy into the steel cage wall. And again though, you see, Kane went after Murphy, but Murphy with that knee lift, trying to cut the big man down to size. But Kane is not one to stay down for long. Murphy's going to find that out. Goes for the Meteora, but look at the strength of Kane. Catching the Meteora and delivering a powerbomb into the side of the cage. And now throwing him like a lawn dart into the cage wall. And a sidewalk slam from the machine. Bailey telling Kane to punish Buddy Murphy for what he did to her. And now Murphy is busted open, and it's going from bad to worse. Looking for a chokeslam, but Murphy turns it into a DDT. And now the Meteora, sliding knees on the floor, and Buddy Murphy with the curb stomp. And that may have winded Kane. Now Murphy going to try and escape the cage and win this matchup. But he is not in a good way. He's almost out, but Kane following him. Look at Murphy trying to claw his way out, but now throttled, and oh my god! Chokeslam from the top of the cage, straight to hell. Oh, what is this? Christian of the Ministry now coming after Bailey. And this is disgusting. Bailey trying to get away. But it's gotten Kane's attention here. Bailey now climbing into the cage for safety as Kane goes after Christian. Oh, and that is a hell of a fall to take. And they're going to drop him. My God. Christian falling 16 feet from the cage, but oh my God. Get your hands off her. Murphy, look at Kane! Oh my God! Kane flying through the air and wiping out the disciple. And Kane gets revenge. Kane, unbelievable here tonight. And Bailey just watches on in disbelief at what she's just seen. Murphy got his ass handed to him, and you can't say it wasn't deserved. He tried to put his hands on Bayley, but Kane, from the top of the cage, delivering that huge clothesline, which wiped out the Disciple. Oh, but look who's come to ringside. It's The Undertaker and his minions. The Undertaker, he's sending the Ministry, but what's Kane gonna do? Oh my God! Kane exploded this cage wall right down in front of me, collapsing onto the Ministry, and Kane continues to show his dominance. Maybe when I threw you out of the Royal Rumble last night, it made you forget about the #1 contender. I know you saw me blow you a little kiss. Well, it wasn't for you, it was for that championship. Sooner or later, it's going back where it belongs, around my waist. A tough talk for a guy who actually lost this championship in under 20 seconds. Look, I'll fight anyone anytime. Next week, we're in my hometown of Chicago, and I'll put the X Division Championship on the line against you and embarrass you again. Embarrass me? Well, it's going to be you who's going to get embarrassed, because in front of all your little hometown fans, I'm going to be standing over here holding my championship high. Yeah, we'll see about that. Oh, we certainly will. NLW coming to Chicago next week. Title's going to be on the line, Ali and Ospreay, but right now, the Atlas Championship set to be defended.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NLW Atlas Championship. Making his way to the ring, the challenger, fighting out of Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 310 pounds, the ring general, Walter.
And Walter thus far in NLW is undefeated. No one has been able to pin this man. No one has been able to make him submit. Can Keith Lee become the first man to do that tonight? Or is Walter walking out of here the new Atlas champion? It is a match we have been looking forward to since both men stepped foot in an NLW ring. Let's do this.
And his opponent, fighting out of Wichita Falls, Texas, weighing in at 340 pounds, is the reigning and defending NLW Atlas champion. He is limitless. This is Keith Lee.
And after the break, the match will start. The Atlas title on the line. Keith Lee versus Walter. Welcome back to No Limits Wrestling. NLW 100 continues with this brutal war for the Atlas title. And they have been battering each other through the commercial break as they're doing right now. Leapfrog, but caught. And a fall-away slam from Walter. Throwing the 300-pound Keith Lee like he's a sack of potatoes. And now going for a missile drop kick. But look at the strength of Lee. A powerbomb to the ring general. They have gone hell for leather, beating each other up to a pulp over the commercial break. And look out for Keith Lee. Good Lord, have you ever seen a 300-pounder deliver a move like that? Keith Lee did so many rotations, I didn't know if it was a helicopter or a man flying out, but look at this regardless. Keith Lee flying over the top and crushing Walter. And Keith Lee, I have no idea what he's planning here, but oh my God, the strength. Deadlifting him. But Walter goes behind with a sleeper. applied onto Keith Lee. Lee is also undefeated so far in NLW. One of these men's undefeated record has to go tonight. And who will it be? Walking away as the Atlas champion. He went for a clothesline, but Keith Lee stood tall. And now a jump up, snap Hurricane Rana. And a big time chop for Walter. But Lee back up, delivers a spear. But Walter kicks out at 1. What the hell is it going to take to keep either of these men down? And what a brutal headbutt from the Ring General. Walter rocking Keith Lee with a headbutt. And now on the top rope, flying with the splash. But Keith Lee somehow, someway kicks out. And that has just ticked off Walter, who's now trying for the powerbomb. But Keith Lee, too heavy. Oh, but picks him up for the Spirit Bomb. Oh, but he kicks out. No one has ever kicked out of the Spirit Bomb in NLW. And now going for the Big Bang Catastrophe, but again, the sleeper applied from Walter. Keith Lee's got to make the ropes or he's going to pass out. And Keith Lee fading fast, and he's fading. No! He turns it around, and Keith Lee! Keith Lee scores the W.
Your winner and still NLW Atlas champion, Limitless Keith Lee.
Well, Walter can't believe it, but Keith Lee here tonight showing grit and determination enough to reverse what was seemingly unescapable. And we will take you to some of the highlights of this incredible contest. Walter kicked out a 1 from that spear, then that headbutt changed the game. The splash, Lee was still able to kick out, and then deadlifting Walter up for the Spirit Bomb wasn't enough. Walter nearly had it with a sleeper, but Keith Lee turned it around into a pin, and Keith Lee is still your NLW Atlas champion. And now the question is, who is going to be able to stop Keith Lee, if not Walter? I'll tell you what, that was a battle for the ages, and I would love to see a rematch down the line, but for now, Keith Lee, still champion.
Orange Cassidy, you should stop buying up all the lottery tickets, because you are the luckiest man in the world. Last night, you eliminated the great, phenomenal AJ Styles from the Royal Rumble, the biggest fluke in wrestling history. But if it wasn't for your little protection in the APA, I would have thrown you out myself. In 100 episodes of NLW, I've been the best ever NLW champion, and you took away my chance to get that title back at WrestleMania. Well, now, me and my boys want revenge, so how about next week in Chicago, we have ourselves a Chicago street fight. The OC versus Orange Cassidy in the APA. Try putting your hands in your pockets this time, Orange, because in Chicago, we're going to beat you to a pulp.
Triple H, why is Daniel Bryan here, and what were you talking about in your office?
As of this moment, I have granted Daniel Bryan his release from Moments Wrestling. We wish him well in his future endeavors, but Jimmy, I can't stay long. I have business to attend to.
Well, that is shocking news. Daniel Bryan apparently requesting his release and Triple H granting it. Well, again, budget cuts, I suppose. But folks, if you thought NLW 100 was exciting, just wait until we're in Chicago for NLW 101. The Ministry presents its Nightmare Before Christmas. They will address what happened earlier tonight with Finn Balor attacking Jeff Hardy, as well as the situation going on with Kane. Plus, in Chicago, a Chicago street fight. The OC take on Orange Cassidy and the APA. But that's not all. We've also got the in-ring debut, one-on-one singles debut of Shingo Takagi. He debuted earlier tonight, helping LIJ to victory. But next week in Chicago, he goes one-on-one with the master of the 619, Rey Mysterio. And also, in his hometown Chicago, Mustafa Ali puts the X Division Championship on the line against Will Ospreay. All that and more next week when NLW goes to Chicago. And also still to come tonight, Triple H and the Metal Simulcast. What do you suppose is going to go down there? And up next, for the first time ever on an NLW broadcast, the Metalweight title is on the line.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Metalweight Championship. Making his way to the ring, the challenger, fighting out of Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 265 pounds, Drew McIntyre.
And whilst most of the Metal roster is currently performing at its final untelevised live event, here tonight, Drew McIntyre and Samoa Joe settle their beef in an NLW brand ring. The winner gets a contract, the loser will be fired. High stakes indeed for this championship match, with huge implications for the future of this show. And now that Drew McIntyre is in the ring, we await the arrival of the champion.
And his opponent, fighting out of Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 282 pounds, he is the reigning and defending middleweight champion of the world, the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe has held that championship since May in the Elimination Chamber. It was in that match where Samoa Joe choked out Drew McIntyre, but McIntyre claims he never tapped out. He never gave up, and that is why we've got the rematch here tonight. Joe and McIntyre for the Metalweight title in an NLW brand ring. I cannot wait to see this unfold. Here we go. What is this? That's the EVP of NLW, Triple H's music. And maybe he's out here to have a closer look at the action. I don't know. But what is the game doing out here right now? The Metal Simulcast isn't due for another 10 minutes.
There's not going to be a Metalweight Championship match tonight. In fact, there will never be a Metalweight title match again because that title is retired.
Retired? What are you talking about?
And as for you two, I said that the loser would be fired and the winner would get a contract. Well, I don't think there's room in the budget for either of you, so it's with great sadness that I announce I will not be picking up either of your contracts. Security, have these men escorted off the premises before I have them arrested for trespassing.
Now what on earth is this? You advertised the match to take place here tonight and you're not even going to deliver it. Triple H, obviously mad with power, and I've heard this budget cuts excuse so often, it makes me sick. He can afford both of these guys, he just wants to cut the budget so he can fill his pockets, that's all.
Now on to important business. Tonight, NLW has proved that it is the top destination in the professional wrestling industry. And it didn't get that way overnight. It took 100 episodes, blood, sweat, tears, but thanks to me, No Limits Wrestling has made its mark. I've been the executive vice president of NLW for less than a year, and already I've secured record profits. But to be a business leader, you have to make tough decisions, and that brings me on to the Metal brand. Tonight, as you have seen, Metal presents its final live event. In fact, we are currently live broadcasting both here in the arena and simultaneously at the final Metal show. This gives me the opportunity to talk to all of the fans of No Limits Wrestling and the Metal brand and tell you what is going to happen moving forward heading in to WrestleMania. My decision to cancel Metal means that as of midnight tonight, all Metal contracts will be terminated, making them free agents and open for negotiations to re-sign with the NLW brand. Any Metal champion, aside from Samoa Joe, will automatically be offered contracts. The Royal Rumble winner, Finn Balor, will also be automatically offered a contract, and if you impress me during the Royal Rumble match, you too have the opportunity to sign with me. But we can't take everyone on, so some of you will be let go entirely. But what about Metal's assets? Well, as I mentioned several weeks ago, Metal's assets have been sold to an anonymous buyer. That means the name, the ring equipment, the trademarks, the tape library, all of it was sold as of this morning. But I don't need to concern myself with whoever bought those assets. They can do with it as they wish. What I am focused on is running NLW and doing what is best for business.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Yo, that's Trey White!
What's good, Hunter? So sorry to interrupt your little rant there, but I figured the 100th episode of NLW needed a little bit more excitement, right? So for this NLW and Metal simulcast, I've just made it a triple threat, a three-way with MDT. Imagine that. MDT, Trey White on an NLW broadcast. I know you're sitting there wondering to yourself what the hell is going on right now, and I'd probably be the exact same way. Well, let me cut it to you straight, Hunter. Over the past few weeks, I've been watching No Limits Wrestling. I've been keeping up with NLW. I heard that you were selling Metal's assets. You must be a fool to think that I don't keep up with these things. Being in this business, being in this wrestling business, I know all the ins and outs. I know all of the different secrets and undertones of this business deeper than you could ever imagine. And while I was watching, I heard that you were selling Metal's assets to an anonymous buyer. So I thought to myself, who could benefit from buying Metal's assets? Who in this business could possibly benefit from this transaction? How about somebody who knows this business? Someone who has ran a Fed in this business, and somebody who's even stepped in the ring themselves in this business. What if MDT buys Metal?
My damn toys! This is a bombshell!
Shameless self-promotion from Trey whatever, just as I would expect. Do you know what? Take the assets. Take the rings, the trademarks, promote MDT Live and Vindication, maybe rename your upcoming big My Damnation show to Metal Damnation, because that's exactly what Metal is. Damned. It's worthless, and I'm glad you paid handsomely to take the assets off my hands, because now NLW has more money and will be the greatest force in wrestling because of me.
Well, that's the thing, Hunter. You didn't let me finish. That's what you're always doing. You're always talking out of the side of your mouth. You're not listening to the full story. You're not paying fully attention to what's going on. And it might just be your biggest downfall. So yes, I did put in a bid for Metal's assets, but I was outbid at the last minute. And I thought to myself, this is a shame, but it's probably for the best, you know, with everything I have going on right now, between my pick-fed shows, between my company, between me stepping in the ring with Stage Creator, defending the tag team championships in GCW. I don't know if I could handle myself with all those assets. It would be cool to bring in Metal, promote it on the show, run some things while I try to get other videos done and things of that nature. Yeah, it would be great. But why does Metal just need to end? After all, you said it yourself, you sold the trademark. Now the Metal name and the brand itself is out of your hands, H. You may have canceled it, but that doesn't mean that Metal is done. In fact, Metal is alive and well from what I understand.
Whoa, hold on a minute. That is not possible. Who has that kind of money to run a wrestling show?
I'm glad you asked, Hunter, because there is someone out there with that kind of money. He called me right after the auction, right after he put in the last minute bid. You know what he did? He picked up the phone, he called me up, and he wanted me to tell you something. And you want to know what he said, Hunter? You've crossed the line.
Oh, wait a minute. That is not the NLW arena. Stone Cold is up metal. Stone Cold Steve Austin is in the metal arena, and Triple H cannot believe his eyes.
Bet you're wondering what I'm doing here at Metal, you stupid son of a bitch. You, Shawn Michaels, and Kevin Owens screwed me over and got me fired. Well, whilst old Stone Cold was sat at home thinking about everything that happened, I realized with NLW out of my life, I have some free time on my hands. Trey tipped me off as well, and now, here I am. Hunter, I now own Metal's assets.
Oh my God.
And I want to tell everyone there at NLW 100 and everyone in this arena tonight at Metal that NLW Metal is still cancelled, yeah. But now I own the trademark, and Hunter, I own the Metal roster. The contracts don't expire at midnight, Hunter. The contracts are mine. And that is why I'm here to announce that starting in January, a new show will air Saturday nights on this channel. Say hello to Metal Wrestling. And oh yeah, I've made a couple of signings to my company too, including this guy.
No way. Well, he is there. How did he get there so quick? CM Punk 30 minutes ago was where I am, here in the NLW arena, having a brawl with Conor McGregor, and now just a half hour later, he's at the Metal Arena, apparently now being signed to the Metal brand. And did you ever think you'd see the day where Stone Cold Steve Austin and CM Punk would shake hands in an NLW arena?
I've been in the war with this tough bastard enough to know he can go in this ring. CM Punk is Metal. I don't want to show my hand too early, because there's more news and surprises to come. In fact, tune in this Saturday night to see Metal's first press conference. But I do have one more thing to say. As the new boss of Metal Wrestling, to the wrestlers in the back that have busted their asses here tonight to give you folks in this arena tonight a show, but also to the people watching NLW 100, they can't see it because Triple H doesn't want to give us airtime. Well, Hunter, if you don't want to see Metal, I'm bringing Metal to you. Here's my second signing.
Oh my God. Business picking up here at NLW 100. Stone Cold Steve Austin has signed John Cena, but where is he? Triple H has called the Undisputed Era to the ring to try and protect him. Oh, but he's right here. John Cena is here. And what? War Machine? Oh, and Cena attacking Adam Cole, but look at this. There's John Morrison. I see Pete Dunne out here. And Cole and Cena brawling at ringside, and there's Cody.
Hunter, get ready for Metal Wrestling. And get ready for war. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Oh my God. It's an invasion. It's happening. And it's Jon Moxley. And now the fight is on. Triple H calling the troops to action. Stone Cold Steve Austin sending his men to the NLW arena. And Cena and Cole battering each other. And Shawn Michaels calling for reinforcements. All hell has broken loose here. The Kabuki Triad taken out. And now look at Joe. Joe choking out. What the? Oh my God. Things are breaking down here tonight. John Cena chasing Adam Cole Triple H and Shawn Michaels running like scolded dogs. The NLW Commissioner and the EVP watching as their men get laid out one by one. Stone Cold Steve Austin has incited a riot. The war is on. Triple H needs to prepare because Metal Wrestling is back in business.